Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of On the Block. And today is the exact date of our first anniversary of implementation of AI strategy and AI policy at Espeo Software. And let's do a bit of a recap. Let's start with why. Why have we implemented such documents, such an approach in the organization? The first thing is everything that's happening around in the world with AI and the trending technologies that emerge in the process. And of course, we wanted to be on top of the game. But at the same time, we work with regulated industries all of the time. So we wanted to make sure that we are safe, that our customers are safe, because the security within the systems that we produce is, in most cases, the most important factor. So we not only wanted to be first in the game, innovative, working with our R&D, but we also wanted to be conservative at the same time to make sure that our clients are secured. So we needed to standardize and structurize the way we work with new technologies and the way we use artificial intelligence. We decided to do two separate documents. The first one was AI strategy, and that one includes the main direction, three main fields of exploration and KPIs in a way. The first one is to bring as much value as quickly in the process as possible for our clients. And here we work with mockups, proof of concept, some parts of MVPs. We work with communication, we work with document creation, documentation to be better than ever and also to be faster than ever. So that's the number one thing. The other thing, the second point, is to be as much efficient as possible. And that includes our production, so using AI technology in the development process itself, but also in the organization. So we do things faster. So we prepare documentation faster under ISO standards. So our communication with clients is perfect, it's top notch, and everything around. So we are very, very efficient. And the third thing is to take decisions based on data. I still believe that gut feeling is a powerful tool, but we wanted to have both. We wanted to have experience. We wanted to take decisions based on our expertise and previous projects, but we also wanted to have data so we can combine it and take the best decisions possible within the organizations. And these three elements, these three fields were set as three strategic points in our AI strategy. Then the strategy itself also contains our approach and how we validate, how we choose tools, how we share knowledge of innovations made within the organization. So all the communication channels. Of course, we set the roles. We have appointed AI champions role within the organization with the expectations, with KPIs and so on. So that's about the strategy and direction. At the same time, we felt we need more down-to-earth documentation. So that's AI policy, where the full process of daily operation is described. So, for example, how does the validation of the tool look like? So what needs to happen for us to be sure that it's safe to use the specific AI model or LLM or whatever tool that is. So the specific rules, the checklist that needs to be followed in order to be able to use the specific model. What is the actual list of the tools that we are currently using? Who updates that list? So it's more like under the ISO standards. So how do we operate with this set of technologies? So I think AI strategy and AI policy, these are the mandatory documents for any organization these days. So you really need to be sure that you are working with these technologies in a way that you want it to. If you ever worked in a bigger organization, it's many times easy to see that there is a misalignment between several departments or levels at the organization, between management and specialists. And when it comes to a big wave like AI, it's crucial that everyone looks in the same direction. So I do believe that that's also the reason it's necessary to have it written down, to have it settled, to have it set. What's the direction? How do you want to operate with these technologies? Like, how do you expect daily operations to look like so everyone can work in the same style, everyone can follow the same rules that are flexible? Of course, we can change it, we can adopt as we go. That's fine. Like, planning is everything and plan is nothing. But it's important to have this North Star, to have the direction set for everyone so we all are aligned in the matter. After a year of implementation, I can tell that the biggest surprise was that the first biggest success didn't come from the software development or production itself. Much faster adoption was actually in the back office. So in terms of efficiency, we definitely sped up most of the processes like 2-3 times at least. We have specific numbers because we do measure the processes around it, and we are much more efficient in talent acquisition and processing the profiles of people that are in the recruitment processes, in the way we work with our clients, in the reports, in insights from the market, insights around our clients, in the integration of the tools like CRM, and the flow of the data around, and the insights that we automatically get from different systems that were integrated around the company, through finance, the way we do work with invoicing, with budgeting, reporting around it, prognosis, and so on. And of course, up to sales and consulting, and the way we work with our customers. So like, to me, still, I was totally sure that the first big success would come from software development, as this was promoted as the main use case within the software agencies. And in the end, the truth was that the first big achievements we got in the back office, and I'm so proud and happy about it. And when it comes to software development, there is this compliance and legal part of things that is a big thing within the regulated industries. We did not just jump into it. We didn't want to, generate code like as quickly as possible. But first of all, we wanted to be on this conservative side to make sure everything is secured, that our customers are fine with how we do produce software for them. So this process was much longer, but I think that was necessary. Could we do it faster? Yes, of course we could, but we didn't want it to. We wanted it to be safe. And it's still like, what happens if our customer asks us not to use AI technologies? Of course, we will not do it. So efficiency and the speed of things is not necessarily the top priority all the time. So we do have customers that are against this tech stack, and of course we respect their decisions. And this is where the production of the software is not as fast as it could be, but it's definitely compliant with local regulations in the markets that they operate in, within their organizations. And whoever takes the decision, like chief compliance officer or their board, they are sure that, first of all, we are compliant with their standards and regulations. And is there a field where we do not use AI on purpose? So we limit the use of AI tech. Yes, there are fields like that, as I do highly believe that we are in the people business and people buy from us. So I can't imagine interactions with the customer and a business like that with such a big scale. I understand if you're selling small tickets, tools, subscriptions, or whatever. Yeah, you can sell through AI agents. we use a lot of AI agents, and as said before, the efficiency in our back office is much, much higher than 2 or 3 years ago. But I still can't imagine talking to our clients through AI. So we do it in the back office, but we still do like old school offline travels, meetings with our clients. We do travel a lot around Europe, to Asia, to Middle East, or to US. And I do believe there is nothing better than face-to-face meeting in terms of building trust, because you show up regularly, because you work on a joint marketing activities, because you do the same event together, you are both speakers, you both do stress a bit over that. And like as of my experience and my example, when I do like speeches together with other CEOs, or we do like business breakfasts or suppers together, whatever that is, we do a lot of these events. There's nothing better than face-to-face meetings. Plus, there are people on the other side, stakeholders, that do highly appreciate it, our involvement, our engagement, and they would not be happy talking to our AI agents at all. When it comes to deciding if we want to use AI in a given project, working with given customer, so number one thing is a consent from the customer. We always ask these questions if they are okay with this specific set of tools. If they are not, of course, we skip it, we don't use it. But the three main questions that we need to ask every time before deciding, even on the tech stack, within the AI or any data management systems, is where are the data? Where is it hosted? Who owns the data? Can it be deleted? Can it be manipulated? Can we do anything with the data whenever we want to? So these three questions are being answered before deciding on any set of tools or any set of third-party providers. And all of this is being made together with the customer. And what are the 5 rules working and deciding on the AI tech stack? Number 1 is the consent from the customer. You can't and you should not do anything if the customer doesn't want it. Number 2 is vetting the tool. So you need to have the process in place on how to decide whether you want to use this specific tool or not. Number 3 is data. So knowing where the data goes to, how it's being managed, and who owns the data. Number 4 is using only business accounts. So it's also common around different agencies where software developers or consultants use their private accounts to build their models, and that's absolutely not in line with compliance and regulation. And number 5 rule is a quick way to escalate things. So you need to have a governance model, you need to have a standard in place in which the customer can raise their concerns or issues they find in the quickest way possible. We have also been working with AI and the production itself, and there are pretty much 3 main rules that we are following when working with AI. And the first thing is the mandatory human review. So you can't just produce things, you can't just produce code and hope for the best. You need to have a process in place where consultants or software developers, engineers, DevOps, depends on the process itself, when they review the code, where they make sure that it's being produced in the highest possible standards. So these software development practices are everything. The second rule for the clean AI code is actually not to agree on the low quality code. You can't accept the fact that something works. It's not enough. You really need to dig deeper. You need to make sure that the software development practices that you have been working on and standardizing throughout the years, that it's there, that the quality is exactly the same. So you're aiming for efficiency without the sacrifice of the quality of the code itself. And then the last thing, the third rule, would be to make sure that security is in place at the different levels. So there are at least 3 levels that we use to discuss with our clients. The first one is the processes, documentation, so pretty much ISO standards that we follow. The second one is application level, so the systems that we are producing, integrations with different systems on the way, third-party providers, application level must be done under the strictest rules of security. And the third one is the architecture of the whole ecosystem, DevOps, and good practices around designing the system so it's in line with the newest standards in security of the architecture of the systems in software development in general, and the standards of the given customer, because again, for us, our customers work under the regulated industries, so it's highly important that we are compliant with their regulations. And what are the 3 ways I am personally using AI as a CEO of a software agency of Espeo Software? Number 1 use case is a sparring partner. So I tend to ask my AI assistant, am I right? So I'm describing the context, there's the decision to be made, and I'm asking my agent to point out, is there a way I'm not thinking clearly about the situation? Is this decision that I am about to take the right decision to take? Of course, I'm not always taking this into account in the end, but in some cases, it actually made me change my mind. The second thing is I have a huge backlog, so I need to manage that. So I use it to merge my task or group it, or to help me prioritize. So to find out in this matrix of what's important and urgent, and and the other way around. So how should the backlog look like in terms of what should go first and what should go last? And the third way of using AI is, what have I not thought of? So whenever I'm working on the concept, whatever that is, a part of strategy, a new document or whatever, I'm describing the concept and asking, hey, is there anything I'm not seeing here and you can point out I should think of? So these are the 3 ways I'm using AI on a daily basis. Thank you so much for watching this episode of On the Block. I hope this helps. I think that's highly important to have AI strategy, AI policy in place to discuss these things within the organization, to have a clear North Star, the direction, so everyone looks in the same way. And see you in the next On the Block episode. Take care. Bye.